Is this all tied into as well? Just because I want to put this in my own perspective in my head as to what that's what she's doing when she's doing it. When if I'm doing something, let's say I'm working on a lawnmower right at that minute, right? And she'll come in and she'll say, the backyard needs to get cleaned up, right? That's because it's just too many mowers back there. You take care of that. And I'll be like, yeah, I can't do it now though because I'm working on this. Time will pass, she'll leave, time will pass, and I'll have forgotten all about that she was saying it because I'm in the middle of a project. And she might say it 2 or 3 times like that, doing different things. And then I'll be sitting on the couch, and it would be a great time to tell me it's time to do the mowers or something like that. And she'll come up and she'll say, instead of saying it again the way she did the first 2 times or 3 times, now that I can do it, she'll be like, it'll come out like, why haven't you done this? Why are you I told you 1,000 times now, I'm going to have to call up and have someone just throw them away and all this kind of stuff.
The threat.
Yes.
The threat.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm familiar with all this stuff. You notice how I'm familiar with it?
Yeah.
Now we need to move over to Brian just for a moment. And Brian, you did exactly what we were going to talk about here. When you started that whole thing, so we've already lost it because you went through your whole spiel, but do you realize that it took you 500 words to say what you could have said in about 5? Or I'll just say that it's not true. The 500 is not true, nor is the 5.
Sure. Oh, I know. I do it all the time.
What do I do this? What do I do this? And then you'll set up a whole scenario that we don't need.
Right.
Rather than saying, what do I do? When she comes along and says, can you pick up the yard while I'm working on something? And I don't pay attention to it particularly. I just shrug it off. And then later she gets on. That would have told the whole story. But you want to draw it out like a moving picture and leave all the commas and the periods because that's how your mind works.
Right.
So we need to alter that with you. We need to have you tripping over yourself a bit. How bonkers does that drive you when he starts in one of those long...
Well,
he likes to tell stories.
sometimes
Well, what?
it gets a little wordy.
Yeah, and
Even Logan says, do you ever get a word in when Brian's talking?
I mean, you gotta say, when he starts off, you gotta say, oh, here we go. I wonder how long it's gonna take him to get to what it is that he's saying. That's all we're saying here. It's not the whole wordiness, it's how long is it gonna get you to get to what you're saying. Because see, when you do something like that, firstly, you like to hear your own voice. Secondly, you think everybody around you is so stupid that they have to have the entire panoramic view of all of it in order to catch what you're saying.
Sure.
Now, I realize that this is going to tongue-tie both of you. If you care about your life. Do you care about your life?
Sure.
Then let it tongue-tie. The two of you could use some tongue-tiedness with each other anyway, or you're not going to be together very much longer.